NXT TakeOver event begins with no opening video package, likely because they chose to air their first night on free television and the USA Network told them, ain't nobody got time for that. Just saying, not every wrestler needs a remix of their original entrance theme in a weird attempt to sound cooler. If you want to change their theme to something else completely, go right ahead. But if the intent was to remix an original theme, you might as well just stick with said original theme. Pete Dunne's, yeah, I know I'm not the longest reigning UK champion anymore. Big whoop, wanna fight about it? Face.
Claims to be the best technical wrestler.
This wrestler claims to be the best technical wrestler in the world, cliche. Boy, how many times have we heard that about someone each year?
Challenged anyone to prove them wrong.
So, in other words, this match exists only because Pete Dunne was bored and wanted someone to prove him wrong about being the best technical wrestler in the world. It's the I'm the best, change my mind match, if you think about it.
Difficult to even put a piece of paper between these.
What the fuck? That is one weird-ass way to describe the difficulty of separating Pete Dunne and Kushida. Let's try and stick a piece of paper in between their bodies, y'all.
Winning a match is almost secondary to him.
If Pete Dunne looked at winning a match as a secondary priority, then he wouldn't have been one of the longest reigning champions of the last 30 years.
Superstars. And Dunne.
I get that Pete Dunne shot forward and grabbed Kushida's hand on his way out of the ring, but if you look at the way Kushida was about to land, he was going to wipe out on the canvas regardless if Pete grabbed his hand or not. Normally I'd say that had to hurt, but because of the shortened height of Pete Dunne, Kushida wasn't even a foot above the ring apron before landing on it, and he mostly landed on the ropes too.
Way out onto our entrance way, but once again.
Earlier, Pete Dunne saw Kushida prepare to spring upside down on the ropes and grabbed his hand, but now when Kushida does the same move a second time, all of a sudden Pete has no idea what to do or what to expect.
Like an octopus wrapped around.
Pete Dunne has an obvious Kimura lock on Kushida, but everyone is going to ignore its name and ignore the brutality of the move because Brock Lesnar is not the one who got it locked in.
Looking for the bitter end counter by Kushida.
Kushida just got his fingers snapped by Pete Dunne, but forget about all that. He has completely recovered from the move within 3 seconds and doesn't even acknowledge that he got his fingers snapped. Why don't wrestlers properly sell moves anymore? Oh yeah, I forgot that we are broadcasting this on free television, which means we got commercial breaks during the matches. I don't even think this qualifies as a pay-per-view, if I'm being perfectly honest.
This is like a tennis match.
What in the hell is a tennis match, Beth?
Off the top.
Okay, that's worth taking a sin off. Very impressive the way Kushida performed his version of the Spanish Fly while continuing to have his hoverboard lock cinched in on Pete Dunne.
Is Dunne gonna tap?
Pete Dunne wanted to tap out, then realized that if he did, he'd be tapping Kushida's ass at the same time.
With his big toe.
Technically, Pete's entire foot made it to the bottom rope, not just his big toe. A lot less impressive when you realize it. No one cares what's trending.
The referee has to break it.
Wade Barrett is an idiot. Sure, Pete got to the ropes, but then Kushida ripped that arm away, which means it's fair to have the submission locked in. That's how rope breaks work. I don't get it. It's a closed window with yellow caution tape crossing it out. What part of that do Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez find funny? Did they also laugh at the stop sign when they came across a four-way intersection? Ah, so the Gauntlet Eliminator is just the Elimination Chamber match minus the steel cage setup, obviously. Got it. Thought it was a unique match, but alright. Whoa, what the fuck? I thought NXT had that thing going on where they show the commercial but also show the live broadcast at the same time. Now we just come back and we have no idea what the fuck just happened. Also, USA Network figures if they don't show the pre-match assault, Christian Maracle won't send it. Little do they know I was in Canada watching it on the still fully functioning WWE Network, which had no commercial breaks, and I saw the whole thing. Thank God for the fully operational WWE Network with everything still on it.
Rough, too quick for it.
Isaiah Swerve Scott suffered absolutely no offense and had every opportunity to simply pull his hands away before Leon Ruff could actually stomp on them. But for whatever reason, he decided, nah, I'll let him stomp on me.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, this shows how scary I am. Look at the way I move Leon Ruff from one side of the ring to the other while he walks on his knees. Damn, that was awesome to look at. Shame Leon Ruff was merely used so Johnny Gargano could be a 3-time North American champion because he's got a lot of talent.
Pitfall elimination, the only way to be eliminated.
First of all, commentator annoyingly states the rules of a match as if we didn't read them already, cliche. But Vic Joseph also forgot that submission is the other way to be eliminated in this match. Don't seem to recall submissions not counting.
These two men despise each other.
These two wrestlers really don't like each other, cliche. Boy, tell us something we don't know in wrestling. And another sin removed for yet another amazing counter from Leon Ruff. Always feels good to let out a wow moment, am I right, guys?
Wasting no time.
Leon Ruff may be athletic and very good in the ring, but he's got really poor common sense. He's like half the size of Bronson Reed, not to mention Bronson is also entering fresh, and Leon believes that he can take him down without being caught. What do you bet Bronson Reed is saying, will you hurry up and climb to the top rope already, to Leon Ruff while he stands and waits with Isaiah in the air. Discount Rikishi.
On his feet and
Leon Ruff is a complete fucking idiot. The moment a guy as small as Leon tries to lift up a guy as big as Bronson, with the obvious fail coming, that small guy deserves to lose the match for being stupid. While all wrestlers have to cooperate in order for a move like that to occur, the first jump as if they were on a trampoline kinda gives it away, and you ain't supposed to literally show that you're intentionally cooperating.
traction. Scott with a drop kick.
What? I'm just saying. After Bronson easily caught Leon Ruff earlier in the match in the top rope attempt, seeing Cameron Grimes successfully knock him over in the top rope attempt doesn't look believable, especially when Bronson was watching the whole time. Sharing money that was inside someone else's crotch in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. Gross.
He was jumped out of the
Boy, that was the weakest Irish whip I've ever seen. Cameron Grimes threw Isaiah Scott towards Leon Ruff, even falling over to achieve maximum power in the throw, and yet Isaiah moved as if he was slowly walking on his own power. Well, at least Isaiah is generous by offering Leon money after kicking his ass, though I wouldn't touch that money since it's been in Cameron's Grimes and Isaiah Scott's.
outside. Center of the ring, Leon.
Nice work, WWE. You missed out on what caused Leon Ruff's elimination. You guys got split screens for commercial breaks. Why not do the same for when someone is making their entrance in this type of match? Aw man, does every big wrestler have to stare at each other before fighting in the ring? Every single time?
Cameron Grimes wants to take off to the moon.
LA Knight's got some good mic skills, but stating the obvious is never a good thing, good talker or bad talker. Cool as the opportunity to pin Dexter Lumis was on the part of LA Knight, I would have waited just a little bit longer in case Cameron Grimes tapped out. That way, I could sneak the pin on Dexter and 2 eliminations would have taken place. Let's just be thankful this 3-minute performance by LA Knight didn't occur on the main roster, otherwise the trolls on the internet would complain about him being buried. Post-elimination assault. While Bronson Reed fell on both Cameron and Isaiah, Cameron should have stayed where he was instead of rolling off. Could have successfully eliminated Isaiah following that collision. Cameron's shoulder clearly came off of the canvas several times, which the referee completely ignored and continued to finish the count. Cameron Grimes definitely got screwed right there. It's amazing that the one thing Cameron was complaining about was Isaiah grabbing his tights to enforce the pin rather than his shoulder coming off the canvas many times. Isaiah has the advantage on Bronson and is closing in on defeating him to win the Gauntlet Eliminator match and face Johnny Gargano in Part 2, but makes the big mistake of monologuing at the last possible minute. You were so close, you dumbass. Damn right I won. Now I must flash my boobs to the audience because haters be jealous of me. Embrace me! You can see the anger in Tommaso Ciampa's eyes. He must have really liked growing the gray hair out but shaved it bald because people wouldn't stop making Grandpa Ciampa jokes. Also, with all due respect, as great as this match is, it was very obvious that Walter was going to defeat Tommaso Ciampa and retain his 2-year-long reign as the NXT United Kingdom champion. For one thing, Walter had a title defense set for the following night. And for the other, the location situation. Tommaso Ciampa would have to head to the United Kingdom as their champion, and we all knew that sure as hell wasn't going to happen in the pandemic situation. This ongoing argument between Wade Barrett and Beth Phoenix, really taking away the beauty of Walter's epic entrance, you guys.
This is the 2018 Tommaso Ciampa.
This isn't the 2018 Tommaso Ciampa at all. I don't see him trying to murder Johnny Gargano every chance he gets. Plus, his in-ring performance is not like the 2018 version in this match. Sorry, Beth.
WWE clash with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania.
We got Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT United Kingdom Championship here tonight. So that means it's the perfect time to talk about Drew McIntyre and his upcoming WWE Championship match with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania.
It's been over 200 days as NXT champion.
Normally that'd be impressive, but Tommaso is facing a guy who's been champion for over 2 years. And besides, why are we measuring their dicks here? I'm honestly surprised the announce table didn't collapse automatically from Walter pressing Tommaso onto it. As we've seen at Vengeance Day, that table isn't exactly that powerful. Or Tony Storm is just too powerful. Well, those tables aren't that powerful to begin with. Hell, even I could chop my hand against the table cover and break it. Now, if it was a wooden table from underneath the ring that broke from that chop, then I'd be impressed.
Through the desk, Ciampa trying to hoist up Walter.
That didn't work for Tyler Bate when he faced Walter in 2019. What in the world makes Tommaso think it'd work for him?
I mean, just take a look.
I know, right? That easily breakable wood looks so easily breakable. What a mind-bending sight to behold.
730 days as champion.
Amazing length, yes. However, you gotta give a lot of credit to the 5 to 6 months shutdown where nobody in the NXT UK division competed or defended their titles at all. Just saying. This scene of Tommaso Ciampa running the ropes to try and close on Walter to the ground goes on for quite some time, and Walter doesn't end up falling over in the end.
Ciampa gets to the rope, breaks the hold.
Here's another send-off for Walter's innovation. Realizes he has to break the sleeper hold, so he decides to inflict more damage by connecting a German suplex, instead of simply letting go like most wrestlers would. When in doubt, innovate.
Champ again looking for Willow.
I'm sorry, but that was so funny to watch. Walter leaps off the apron to inflict more pain on Tommaso Ciampa's arm, but ends up letting go without doing the damage and falls on his own ass outside the ring. Meanwhile, on this far side of the... Oh, that's right. The Performance Center is too small to have a far side of the arena shot. Well, one sin for making me look stupid. Walter continues to prove that he's one of the most innovative wrestlers in NXT history, using his size and balance to put all his weight on Tommaso Ciampa during the pinfall, which, even if it was unsuccessful at achieving victory, is amazing to see for someone Walter's size.
Back to his feet, Walter!
It was a fantastic match, but seriously? One single chop was enough to put away Tommaso Ciampa? Out of all the insane ways this match could have ended, it came down to a single chop? How come that single chop didn't finish him throughout the match if that's the case? After successfully defeating Tommaso Ciampa and retaining the NXT United Kingdom Championship, Walter decides to pin Tommaso again, likely because he forgot that he already won. After months and months of being away from these guys, I bet Walter was thinking, oh yeah, we got a group thing going on here. Quick, post so nobody saw me ask who you guys were. Putting on entrances during the commercial break. Man, it feels like an episode of Raw or SmackDown where the wrestlers are already in the ring, and this is an NXT TakeOver special. Zach Gibson said, man, those are some pretty titles, I want to touch them. James Drake said, dude, if you do that, you'll give us bad luck and then we won't win them. Then Zach said, fine, why do you always have to ruin my fun?
You really don't qualify for the young part of that.
Ah, get it? Old jokes? Are you not entertained?
And the grizzled young veterans.
Good on the referee for doing his job, but when you remember that it's a triple threat match, it really makes one think there are no disqualifications, so what's the worst that could happen here if we stayed in the ring illegally?
Use that to disadvantage.
Joaquin Wilde must be attempting his best impression of the Bella Twins during their entrance, and so far, I'd give it a 3 out of 10. What I don't get is the point of Wesley putting himself in this position while Nash Carter prepares the Bronco Buster. I mean, all we did was get in Nash's way just so he could flip out of the way. He didn't even do any damage to Zach Gibson. Holy shit, this is the 7th time in 1 hour that WWE is reminding us that NXT TakeOver is the #1 trend in the United States. We saw it the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and even 6th time in the last 60 minutes. Y'all are just trying to piss me off on purpose at this point.
UK Tag Team titles, Grizzled Young Veterans won while vacated.
The Grizzled Young Veterans didn't win the NXT UK Tag Team titles when they were vacated at all. They were the inaugural champions, which means the lineage of the titles didn't exist until the moment they won them. Nash Carter takes one punch from James Drake and decides to smash his face on the ring canvas, even though that punch from James didn't pack enough force to make that look believable.
Carter able to float over, makes a tag.
Wait, what was that? James saw Nash running towards Wes Lee, then chooses to bend down on one knee, bowing to MSK because... reasons?
Picking their moments.
Nice, that was well timed on the part of Legado del Fantasma. I just might have to take 2 sins off for that. Begging for mercy. Here you go, get a good shot of the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line and this... hello? You're showing the back of the titles. You're supposed to show the front of them. Or if you're trying to aim at the ring, at least turn the table around first. Alright, reset for take 2.
From behind, Drake from behind, shoulders down.
Damn you, R-Truth. You told me that rolling people up tends to win you championships like your 50 reigns as the 24/7 champion. You lied to me. James Drake was watching Wesley before Wes could even do his first backflip, and somehow did not see him coming. Really isn't the night for the Grizzled Young Veterans, is it? Thing of beauty? More like thing of, couldn't you have just stood beside your opponent when hitting that, because having your partner push you a little to the side doesn't exactly increase the velocity of that move.
Wesley's trying to tap out, referee, stop the match!
That's not how submissions work, Wade. Whether Wesley's intention was to tap out or not, if he doesn't physically tap out or acknowledge that he quits, then the referee is powerless to do anything. I ain't gonna be cruel. MSK, whose name I still don't know the meaning of, deserved that victory, and I'm gonna remove 5 cents from the counter as a congratulations to them.
Here are your winners!
It takes 3 minutes from the moment MSK won the tag team titles to the moment they were officially announced as the new champions. Was the ring announcer asleep during this match or something? But that's Dakota Kai following her. Oh, you meant Raquel's. You meant... sorry, never mind. Because of how much Raquel Gonzalez likes the camera to get close-up shots of her back, I'd call it a missed opportunity if she doesn't wear the NXT Women's Championship on her back. Imagine how awkward this shot would look if Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez were on this side opposite to their names of the screen in the background. Either they'd awkwardly switch position, or Raquel is officially Raquel Shirai for the night while Io is Io Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, of course, has pinned Io. Do you think there's doubt in the champion?
What kind of question is that? Yay on Raquel for pinning Io in the past, but why would Io second-guess herself for that? Did AJ Styles second-guess himself when he got pinned by that one jobber with no chin in 2016?
There's this on this.
Counter after counter after counter. We're only 2 minutes into this main event match, and both Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai have shown that they're bringing their A-game tonight.
We gotta remember the X-Factor outside of the ring.
Oh, come on. Raquel was watching Io way before she could even balance herself on the top rope. Plus, she has the strength to counter as well. So why didn't she bait Io Shirai in, then catch her into a powerbomb or something?
Io Shirai able to.
What?
Involving herself in the match of early.
Good on the referee for ejecting Dakota Kai from ringside, but since he saw her put her hands on Io Shirai, he technically should be calling for the disqualification. Those are the rules when outside interference assaults a legal competitor during a standard wrestling match.
Now they're covered off the trifecta of elbows and a kick out.
Okay, I can get behind the fact that the referee didn't hit the mat the first time, however he yelled out 1, then proceeded to yell 1 again. Since when were referees allowed to restart the pinfall when nothing changed in the original?
Close to doing Gonzalez tap out, but
Io Shirai realizes that Raquel Gonzalez is recovering on the outside, so she quickly rushes to the top rope. But upon getting there, she chooses to take her time and stay perched for a long while. Makes you wonder what the point of the rush was if that's what she was going to do. No doubt Io Shirai is one of the most creative women on the NXT roster, climbing the prop skull to leap onto Raquel Gonzalez. If this was at WrestleMania itself, guarantee she'd leap off the crow's nest of the pirate ship. Seriously? Raquel is going to resort to monologuing when she has the match won? Boy, I'm getting pretty agitated over here. I'm going to stop you there. With all due respect, what history is Raquel Gonzalez exactly making here? Congratulations on winning the NXT Women's Championship, but what history did she make?